Bonjour, bonjour fragrance lovers, this is Clemence. I'm talking about fragrance and welcome back. Today's video, if you're a fragrance snob, it's probably not a video for you. Oh gosh, I'm gonna get some comments about that. We're talking about designer for men, so easy to wear fragrance, super versatile and really good actually for spring. So anyway, let's start. First fragrance that is for me the best, and you know, if you follow me, like I can't live without this fragrance, and I think for spring I'm like, yes, time to wear it again. Terre d'Hermès, oh what a surprise, you're here. Stop laughing, Clémence, stop laughing. Okay, back to seriousness. Terre d'Hermès, seriousness, Terre d'Hermès. Oh my god, like it's not going well, isn't it? My favorite of all time designer fragrance. Juicy orange, like a very bitter orange. Perfect when the good sunny days are back because it's fresh and you get that vetiver note that is more discreet in the background. You get some green smokiness, a grassy tone, and you get a bit of black pepper because we want some spiciness. Casual chic fragrance, to me, I always say that it's something that is chic effortlessly, really effervescent, punchy, fruity. You're gonna love it. And if you're looking for a designer anyway and you never tried that, you're missing something. You need to smell it. My number 2 is from Chanel, of course. What would be a list without a Chanel? Say, oh, egoist, love it, especially for that advertising. Love it. But yeah, no, it's more wintry Clémence, like we are in spring. So for spring I would love a Sycomore, please. It's quite deep. You've got, whoa. Attacking by the microphone. It's something that you can wear during winter as well, but because it's vetiver, it's got that smoky grassy tone that I think is perfect for an in-between season, which is the transition winter to summer, and I think it's great for that. Chanel fragrance always have that little bit of effervescence because usually they use aldehyde that gives something quite fizzy to a fragrance, so it makes them not heavy on the skin, which is really nice. Elegant, smoky, probably gonna wear more during evening. Charming, mysterious, but it's got something like super refined and elegant, just like the house is really. Number 3 is my loved in my intro all the time, and it's my Guerrilla Vetiver. Look at this massive bottle. It's a classic Cologne, fresh Cologne, slightly citrusy, a lot of aromates in there, so green garden feeling. But if you're looking for something fresh, that's got some like spiciness as well, I think for spring it's perfect. And again, we find a vetiver, so I'm using a bit too much vetiver on this video, but sorry, I think it's really good for spring. If you're looking for that clean smell that you can wear every day, this is really nice. You're having a walk somewhere, you're going to take a coffee with someone and it's quite warm, I think Guerrilla Vetiver, it's perfect. Of course, it does have a bit of that vintage style, so you need to enjoy that. Is because it's a transition to spring, sometimes you need something a bit more warmer, so I would say L'Envol de Cartier. I would go for the Eau de Parfum. Really different note in there. It's quite unique for a designer fragrance to my sense, because you know, designer, they have to be people pleaser, and it's normal. They're sold in department store, and one of the first thing is you want something to please you know, the audience, so it's normal and it's like that, and I'm fine with that. L'Envol de Cartier is more unique. It's got really that honey note that is really beautiful. It's more like a woody fragrance. So the main thing that you can smell is really the wood in there and that honey vibe. Got a touch of iris that gives something a bit more powdery, and I really love that in fragrance. Nearly violet-like. I think for men it's giving like something a bit more romantic, but personally I find L'Envol on men super sexy. Opening is really nice because there's slightly that lavender touch, and honestly that's a jewel for me. My next one is a very easygoing fragrance as well, and this is Montblanc Explorer. A bit more trendy, I would say, like for someone that wants something really modern, woody and a lot of citrus. Smell nearly holiday-like. It's been a lot compared to Aventus, because you can smell a pineapple note that is not listed in the fragrance, but you can really smell it, and I can smell it too, to be honest. If you like that more tropical aspect, very fresh with a bit of woods, you're gonna love Montblanc Explorer. It's really easy, but once you apply it on the skin, you really enjoy it fully. So me not really being a fan of those kind of very trendy fragrance, a bit smelling like fresh as a shower gel or stuff like that, this for me was a yes. And you get a lot of ambroxan, so it's really projecting a lot. Ambroxan lift up the composition, make it more effervescent, more fresh without adding too much citrus. One is La Nuit de l'Homme by Yves Saint Laurent. I love La Nuit de l'Homme. I think for me, okay, like, you know, it's not unique and blah blah blah, but I'm like, still love it though. The one I like, and I'm talking about for spring especially, is the Eau de Toilette, and that's still my favorite of all the range. It's lavender touch in it. Is really more, I think, romantic and charming, you know, like it's very elegant, and I love that. And it also has something really soothing, so you want to cuddle this fragrance as well. It's easy to wear during the day, during the night, if you have a date and you don't know the person and you don't want to make any mistake in your fragrance. I'm like, La Nuit de l'Homme, you sure it's gonna work? The touch of cardamom. Cardamom is really at the center of the collection of YSL, and you can really smell it. So if you like that warm, spicy note, you're really gonna enjoy this one without being too heavy, so that's magical for me. Number 7 is my little love, Valentino Uomo, and that's the Eau de Toilette. It's a gourmand fragrance, really uplifting. I don't like when gourmand for spring especially are too heavy. Well, this one is uplifting. It's got that chocolatey coffee note that is really like you want to eat it nearly, and it really makes me think of something ultra romantic. I see a man like really charming and telling you lots of good things. Those kind of men. Slightly nutty, warm, spicy, chocolatey, but don't worry, for spring you get a slight opening in bergamot, so it's slightly solar. 8 is Tom Ford Beau de Jour. What I love this fragrance, it's vintage modernized. Explaining myself. It's a fougere fragrance. Fougere was used a lot before, a kind of barbershop fragrance, smell ultra clean, lavender-like, geranium-like, you know, like slightly greener. And that was really popular before, you know, like we had, for example, YSL, Xeno, that was like this, things like that, you know, that was really popular before. What I love is that Tom Ford took that fougere vintage accord and make it so modern, ultra fresh, ultra aromatic, so much lavender, but it's also lavender that is really creamy because they use extract of lavender, so really nicely done. Rosemary to give that minty slightly aspect, some moss to give like the vintage stuff some more green, and you've got a trail that is in amber, the ultimate spring fragrance for men, something that I would wear during the day, in the office. I think it's for the office. It's amazing. My number 9 is you need something to go on a date during spring too, hopefully, with your wife or blah blah blah, or with someone you don't know. I don't know what you're doing with your life, but Prada Luna Rossa Black, for me my favorite of the Luna Rossa range, which is a fantastic range, but honestly the Luna Rossa Black has got like anything that is really oriental. It's really easygoing oriental, like there's nothing really special to it, but it does work. It gives that sexiness, and it's really ambery, so oriental, nearly that waxy smell, slightly gourmand, really like something ultra sexy. Not sticky at all, it's still quite effervescent, and it's quite musky, so it's more powdery as well, so it encapsulate all of that in powderiness, which is, oh my god, stunning. And the tongue cabin in there, so the tongue cabin is smell slightly vanilla like, so it's not like a heavy vanilla smell that you smell, but something slightly roasty vanilla like, and that is so beautiful. No worries again, for spring you've got a touch of bergamot, so it's slightly uplifting at the start, not too heavy, so good. My last one is Dior Sauvage. So I couldn't choose between Parfum and the classic Beau. I think the Sauvage classic is definitely more like vintage, and something that you can wear more during daytime to get that fresh citrusy vibe. Time it's a bit more colder, I will go for the Parfum, and what I really like in the Parfum is that incense that is there. Oh my god, it's so stunning. It's a bit more edgy to me. It's also a bit more mature, this fragrance, like compared to the other one. I would say it's the more mature one. You get really something ultra elegant, nearly that silver fox kind of look. Silver fox. I did say that on camera. Who doesn't love a George Clooney? He gives me that vibe, you know. Every time I smell it, I smell Alain Delon, and I think it's amazing. Can we stop that video now? Okay, everyone, tell me what's your favorite designer fragrance for spring. I give you my list. I hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. It's free and it makes me happy. I nearly said I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you, I didn't drink, I promise. I wish you a lovely day and enjoy the first sunny days. Well, at least in London we get that. We can't go out, so that's really a shame, but I'm gonna go in the garden. And I will see you very soon. Bye now.